All right, forget everything you think you know about music history being, boring and dusty. Today, we're going to look at it like it's a video game. We're starting at the tutorial level and going all the way to the epic endgame content. So yeah, grab your headset, let's jump in.
Okay, so just think about your favorite song right now, the one you have on repeat. It's probably got all these layers, right? Vocals, a deep bass line, some cool beats, maybe some synths. It's like this massive, epic sound. But here's the thing, music didn't just start out that way. It had to level up, big time. And that's really the main idea we're diving into. The music you listen to today, it's basically a massive multiplayer raid. You've got all these different parts, each with its own role, all coming together to make something awesome. But way, way back, music was in single-player mode. Totally a solo quest. Just one voice, that's it. Okay, so let's load up level 1, the Middle Ages. This is where our whole musical adventure kicks off. And trust me on this one, the graphics, well, let's just say the settings were pretty basic. So the first thing on our skill tree is this word monophony. It sounds complicated, but it's super simple. Mono just means one, and phony means sound. So one sound. That's it. Back in the early Middle Ages, most of the music, especially what you'd hear in a church, was just a single tune. No guitars, no drums, no harmony, nothing. Just one melodic line. You might have heard of it as plainchant or Gregorian chant. Here's a way to think about it. Picture your favorite streamer live, but they have no game audio playing, no chat popping off, no donation alerts. Literally nothing but their voice. That's pretty much what monophony was. Just one single voice, one melody, meant to make you feel all peaceful and holy inside these giant, echoey cathedrals. But you know how it is. After a while, playing solo gets kind of lonely. Players always want to team up, right? So after literally centuries of this single-player mode, musicians started to experiment. It was finally time to unlock co-op. This first big upgrade is called organum, and the idea, honestly, it was revolutionary for its time. You take that original plainchant melody, and you just add a second person singing with them. That's it. This was the birth of harmony as we know it in Western music, a total, absolute game changer. So how'd they do it? Well, at the start, it was super simple. You have player 1 singing the main tune. Then player 2 hops in, singing the exact same melody, just at a different note, a different pitch. And just like that, bam, you've got harmony. Music was officially a two-player game. But things were about to get way, way more complicated. Because right after the Middle Ages, the world got this massive software update. We're talking about the Renaissance. And this wasn't just some little bug fix or a patch, no. This was like a whole new version of the game. So to put it into perspective for you, for like 1,000 years during the Middle Ages, the church was kind of the main boss. It controlled a lot of everyday life and culture. But then came the Renaissance, which literally means rebirth. And it was all about what humans could do. The focus totally shifted to art, to science, and to what one creative person could come up with. And the most legendary piece of tech, the ultimate unlock from this entire update, was hands down the printing press. Seriously, this one invention changed everything. Not just for music, but for like all of human knowledge. Okay, check this out. Before the printing press, if you wanted a copy of some music, someone had to write it all out by hand. It took forever, was super expensive, and pretty much only the church or really rich people could get it. But after the press, music could be mass-produced. It was fast, it was cheap, and suddenly, so many more people could get their hands on it. For the very first time in history, a new song or a cool new musical idea could actually go viral all across Europe. So now you've got this amazing new tech and this whole new vibe of being creative. Music was ready for its biggest level up so far. It was time to go from that simple two-player co-op to a full-on multiplayer raid. And the key word for this whole new style is polyphony. You remember mono meant one? Well, poly means many. So many sounds. This is where you have lots of different independent melodies all going at the same time. Think of it like this. Each singer is their own character on their own quest, but somehow they all weave together perfectly. The sound was so much richer and more complex than anything people had heard before. It's kind of like being in a group chat or maybe 5 of your friends are all talking at once, but they're all adding to the same story. You'd think it will be total chaos, right? But when it's done right, it creates this really cool, complex conversation where everything fits. That's polyphony. So one of the main ways they organized all these voices was with a technique called imitation. And you totally know how this works. Just think about the song Row, Row, Row Your Boat. One person starts, right? Then a second person comes in singing the exact same thing just a little later. Then a third. That's it. That's how composers created this awesome weaving sound, kind of passing the melody around between all the different players. So, what kind of music were people actually making with this cool new polyphonic style? Well, you can think of it like there were two main music charts back then. You had your sacred hits, the stuff for church, and then you had your secular party anthems for, everyone else. So yeah, in church, you were hearing things called the Mass and the Motet. Super serious music, always sung in Latin, all about religious stuff. But outside the church, at a party or something, the big genre was the madrigal. And these were totally different. They were sung in whatever the local language was, Italian, English, you name it, and the lyrics were about things like love, nature, just regular life. And these madrigals had this really clever trick that composers used all the time. It's called word painting. It's exactly what it sounds like. They made the music paint a picture of the words being sung. It was a super expressive way to write music. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like using emojis, but with music. So if the lyrics said something like running down a hill, the melody would literally go down. If the words were about sighing or being sad, the music would sound slow and heavy. It's a simple idea, but it made the music way more fun and easier for people to connect with. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of our music tech tree. We started at level 1, right? Monophony, which was single-player mode. Then we got that first upgrade, Organum, unlocking 2-player co-op. Then that massive game update, the Renaissance and the printing press, which let us finally level up to polyphony, our full multiplayer raid. And here's the most important thing to remember from all this. This huge level up during the Renaissance, it built the foundation for basically all the music we listen to today. Harmony, different parts playing together. The entire game engine for modern music was built right here, in this era. So I want to leave you with this. The next time you put on your headphones and play your favorite song, really listen to it. Try to hear all the different players in the game. Can you pick out the different layers, the different melodies, all working together? Because when you do that, you're not just listening to a song. You're hearing the result of a game that's been leveling up for over 1,000 years.